So today I figured what I do is just go over one of the projects I'm working on here, which is an 8-foot fence. And now I use my HO scale ruler, and not only do I space my poles 8 feet apart, I also do 8 feet high. And one of the things I figured I'd show you now, before we get into it, this fence is going where the lumberyard is. I'm extending the fence, and then I'm building a new operational gate. So that's going to be one of the projects that I'm working on in between locomotives. So this has already been built up, as you can see. And for scale, this is what do we got there? 85 is the end. So we probably got about 95 to 100 feet of fencing here. And what we're going to do first is I'm going to airbrush it with light gray, and then I'll go over it with a brush doing chrome silver. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so as you saw, we hit that with the light gray and the airbrush. Now I know many of you are probably going to ask, what airbrush am I using? This is just a Master Airbrush from Amazon. They're a pretty generic company, but you know, I've never had issues with these. I had what is it, the Iwata Neo, and unfortunately that broke. So I think the needle got bent, but it was years ago, and I was still new in the hobby, and ran out, bought the most expensive thing I could find. So I don't really buy expensive. But yeah, that works great for me. Now, what we're going to do is, let me give this a good shake. And find what brush we're going to use here. Now, this fence is made of number 211 styrene rods from Evergreen, in case you're wondering. And then the fencing material is Veil mesh. You get that at Joann's or something like that. So we're going to go ahead. Just give it a moderate coating. Don't have to cover everything because I want it to look a little bit dingy and like some of that shine is starting to fade as the metal ages. Now, I originally had planned a video upgrading my Atlas GP39-2 with some Details West parts, but unfortunately they can't get it together over at the post office and tell me when it's actually coming, but that's alright. Should be here tomorrow. It was coming from, I think, Arizona. So, alright, so we did that side, and now we're going to do this side. Try not to go as heavy, just hitting it where it hits, and that'll be okay, because this is the back of the fencing. You're not going to see this unless we do a down shot of section 1. All right, that should do. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're hardly ever going to see it anyway. And so now I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and put it on the layout. Alright, so now we're up at the layout here. I'm going to go ahead and get my pin vise out. Get my correct bit. And now what we're going to do is, I can't remember if I had already made holes for this, which it looks like I did. But some of these holes need to be remade. And I'm trying my best to work with the camera in my area. So I hope you guys are getting a good shot. Alright, well, I'm not too satisfied with the end here, so I'm going to have to go and adjust that a little bit. Give us a good, there we go. Now we'll bend it back just a tad. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Now the test. So we've got a decent amount of, let me get the camera situated here. We have a decent amount of area on that side. Apologize if there's a lot of noises coming through. Alright, let's see what it looks like with 7792 pulling up to it. Go ahead and plug in my DCC here. One moment. Try to fix the camera a little bit here. Alright, so a moment of truth. Let's see if we have some good clearance. Now, from my angle, it's awfully close. So we might have to put that on the other side of that telephone pole there. Alright, so a little bit of trial and error here. Let's take this back out. Try to bend that back a little bit there. All right. So now we know that's going to clear. Now we need to find out if this side of the track is going to be clear. Alright, so good. We know there's plenty of room on that side. that's going to be it for me. I hope this was a fun little project to bring you guys along on. I know I didn't film the actual construction of the fence. That's something I can do next time if that's what you want. I still do need to build a little bit out this way and then our main gate. So if that's something you want, please drop it in the comments. Let me know. But have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.